Hey there. So today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Matt. Thank you so much. This is whatever words. Sorry, Crusher. So Crusher, I remember being a 9-10% guy with jeez, my memory's only so good. Uh, it was like a turtle. I want to say it's some green guy. I think it was like a turtle or something. Whatever. This is no longer that beer. This is a Citra-focused IPA from them at 8%. So they kept the name. Hey, whoa. See, now that's hazy. That looks nothing like a Focal Banger Heady Topper. Yeah, that looks like a Hazy IPA. Okay. So I guess I can't, I guess I can't lie. I guess, visually, we'll see what it tastes like. But, I guess, then again, how much percentage of production of Alchemist beer is Focal Banger Heady Topper, right? It has to be 75% of the production, right? And those beers are not hazy IPAs in my world. So let's see how this guy turns out. I just imagine the title right now. Does the Alchemist actually make hazy IPA? Finally? And I don't believe the beer ever looked like this. I mean, then again, my review of this beer must have been Crush, the original Crusher, probably a decade old. So yeah, look at that. That's a medium to me. That's a medium plus haze. That's a proper looking hazy IPA. Light gold color, looks awesome. Smells like one too. Jeez. Okay, that smells like a Citra hazy boutique guy. Again, you guys post in the comments below if you think that word makes any sense to you. I sort of split hazy IPAs into large regionals, right? New Belgium, whatever brewery you can buy from the supermarket. And then obviously the smaller breweries, the ones, obviously they get distribution, but when you're reviewing beer from Trillium and Other Half and Equilibrium, I'm just thinking of the beers that even come to my market. I assume you get some because obviously a lot of you listeners are Northeast people, but some distribution probably gets out to you or something like that. So yeah, it smells exactly like what I expect. So what is that? It's just it's Citra. It smells like fresh cut oranges, a little bit of light green character. It's orange yellow fruits, tangerine, sweet citrus, leaning on a little bit of pineapple, maybe some mango character. But it's just big, juicy citrus character. Cheers. Up front, tastes a little bit like Citra. That juicy orange thing. But yeah, there's a lot of polyphenol attack on this guy. A little bit of that kind of what do you call it? Chalky water treatment thingy. But then a good amount of once you get into it's a good amount of lingering just green polyphenol. Again, that kind of just chewing on green grass and bitter vegetables kind of thing. Bitter veg, leafy green veg. It's just a leafy green veg flavor. Yeah. I've had beers that are way more offensive, but the beer's not even that sweet, When you get hazy IPA, you want it to be sweet and unctuous and unctuous, right? Granted, beer, hazy IPA is not really fatty, right? When I think of unctuous, specifically that word, I think of things like bacon and pork belly and juicy steak, right? Ribeye. Hazy IPA imitates that in the sense that it's like your most delicious kind of mango sorbet, creamy, ice creamy thing kind of experience, right? Actually, the person at Test out of Brooklyn, if you guys are familiar with that, he had a really good interview on craft beer and brewing and sort of described, that's his trigger of why hazy IPA is such a cheat code and it's so delicious because it's a combination of texture and those fruity flavors. This really lacks that. You get some hint of Citra up front, but then after 10-20% of the palate, it just moves on to this bitter green veg thing, the polyphenol attack. It's not good. It's not even that dumb. It's quite dumb fresh. It's a month fresh to the date. Yeah, about a month fresh. What, are you supposed to age it more? You're supposed to age this guy? Um, yeah, I mean, how about this? If I went to a local craft brewery, I wouldn't be surprised to get this, right? It looks really good, smells pretty good, but the flavor is nothing too surprising. You know, they're not blowing your socks off like, whatever some of those other hazy IPA breweries I mentioned. It's just like fine. I think a lot of people choke this down and like enjoy it, and that's just what they expect hazy IPA tastes like. Obviously, I'm very, 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 very picky about what hazy IPA should taste like, and I know what good hazy IPA tastes like. So, this is right, like right down the middle of like meh, kind of like very polyphenol. Like I've had way worse. And it's obviously not a good version, right? It's obviously not a great beer. It's obviously not a terrible beer because I've had way worse takes on this. But it's leaning on it's definitely, if great is here, bad is here. It's leaning on that end, the bad side. Like it's, but so. I'll fight to finish it. I'll probably finish it, but that's a that's a strong statement. If I'm like fighting to finish a beer. Granted, I don't think I have any other beer in the. Do I have any other beer? I'm not sure if I have any other beer in the fridge, so I guess I am finishing it. That's not good. Alchemist beer, huh? It's got to be somewhere in the BC range. $75? Sure, 75. 75 Crusher. That's not good beer. I don't know what to tell you. Until next time, cheers later.